So, this has become one of the great questions of mankind, right? Like, when will Half-Life 3 come out? If indeed it ever will. Like, what even is Half-Life 3 anymore? It's achieved a legendary status at this point. And it hasn't even been released. So, I think you could probably do a lot of, sociology analysis on that shit. What happened to that? What's going on there? And I have a little bit of a theory, right? Because in the early days, they were talking about how Half-Life 3 was going to be really revolutionary and it was going to be, the best thing ever. It was going to, try all these new things. And, there was even some mention of VR in there a little bit. Look, so I'll just play you this one interview, for example, by Gabe about all this stuff.
Episode 3, what do we know about it? What can you tell us?
From our point of view, there's enough newness in there that we want to sort of spring it on people and say, here's a bunch of things you've never seen before, have multiple of those.
And that's graphically or in terms of the gameplay, or?
There's stuff that visually hasn't been in games before, and there's certainly a bunch of game elements on the order of Portal that have never been done before.
So even better than the Portal gun in Half-Life?
Yeah.
Really? New gameplay paradigms?
Uh-huh.
Even more revolutionary than the Portal gun. That is quite a high statement, right? They must have been working on something fucking big, right? Something really interesting must have been cooking in there. But then, around 2009, 2010, late 2008 even, Gabe just stops answering questions. And he gets really defensive, right? So he doesn't want anyone to even think about it or talk about it. He's like, no, Half-Life 3, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Shut up. Don't talk to me about Half-Life 3.
Are you still even working on Half-Life 2 Episode 3? When can we micro-invest in it through Steam so it will actually come out?
I really don't have anything to say about Episode 3 right now. When we do, we'll certainly let people know, but I don't have anything that I'm going to say.
Are you still doing Episode 3? Because when people
yes,
look
of course
at
we're
now
doing
the history
Episode
of it,
3.
It's like,
Half-Life 1 was a year late, Half-Life 2 was a year late. Half-Life 2 Episode 3, where is it? So we tend to view ourselves as subject to valid criticism on our ability to manage our schedules.
Can you tell us anything about when we'll see Episode 3?
I'm not saying anything about Episode 3 or the other things that we haven't talked about.
And where Half-Life is headed?
I got nothing to say about Half-Life.
Well, it's not dead anyway.
I have nothing to say about Half-Life.
They're obviously asking about Episode 3. Can you give us any news on that?
No, right? We don't have anything about Half-Life or Episode 3.
Is there any way we can have any news on Half-Life 3?
Yeah, we don't have anything to say.
There is.
It's ready when it's ready.
So, anyhow, thank you very much. I have a light flashing at me telling me that I don't get to answer the third question, and hope you enjoy the rest.
So, do you think maybe something's gone horribly wrong? You think maybe they reached too high when they were making it? Because they revolutionized gaming fucking twice when they made these games. And they were like, okay, for this one we're gonna go to the next level, and they were experimenting with drugs and mind control technology, and it just went really fucking horribly wrong. And now they've got several homeless people decomposing in the basement. And they're having to eliminate witnesses. The devs came to Gaben and they were like, "Sir, there is no earthly means to create a game so perfect. All our attempts end in failure." And Gaben is like, "I see. I was hoping it wouldn't have to come to this. Fire up the giant alternate technology potato engine." We're like, no, Gaben. This technology is unstable. And Gaben's like, "Fire that man. He is an ass. We will press on, gentlemen. We have come this far. It's time to end this trilogy. One way or the other." And the consequences were a portal to another dimension opened, and all these demons streamed through and massacred the CS team. and to this day, those demons are still in charge of CS:GO. they can't get them out of the CS:GO control room. And that's why all the updates are fucking terrible. See, this theory is great. It ties fucking everything together. It's perfect. You cannot argue with my logic. And so when you mention Half-Life 3, Gabe's like, I'm not going to talk about that. I've got nothing to say about Half-Life 3. Nothing is going on. Don't get out of my head. Yeah, seriously, he's being that fucking evasive that I think it's possible. It's a possibility. So yeah, look, if you have any knowledge of this, if you're like a Valve dev, if you know any Valve devs, just ask them and just take note of like how defensive they get on like a like a scale of 1 to yes, we accidentally opened a portal to hell. And are trying desperately to contain it with Steam money. And it's only a matter of time before they break out and murder everyone. So yeah, that's my theory. That's my theory. Something has gone horribly wrong in Valve HQ. And as soon as that shit gets out of there, that life will never be the same. Life as we know it will come to a gory end. And you can take that to the bank. You can quote me on that. Thoughtful Beef. 2017. And when I turn out to be correct, I can just set myself up as like a fucking prophet of some sort, and just start a cult. So that's my plan for if the world goes to shit because Valve has unleashed the apocalypse when trying to make Half-Life 3. That's my fallback.